numbers and looking more and more like his rookie season. Very fine 2.52 ERA.
First pitch of the ball game to Ryan Spilborghs is outside for ball one.
Joe Kerrigan was really high on Zach right from the very beginning of spring training. Boy, was he right about that.
And Adam LaRoche takes care of Spilborghs. One away. Spilborghs makes the first out of the ball game. And behind Zach Duke in the outfield today. In left field, Brandon Moss, McLeod in center, Delwyn Young, second straight start in right. Andy LaRoche, Jack Wilson, Freddie Sanchez, Adam LaRoche. And doing the catching today, right-handed hitter Robinson Diaz. One down, Clint Barmas, the hitter. Barmas takes strike one. Barmas, former basketball player at Indiana State. Played baseball there and discovered he was a little better at baseball. 0-2 to Barmas.
Duke's only thrown 4 pitches so far, but it looks like he really is hitting his spots.
To center field. A little bit of a run for Nate McLeod and a great diving grab.
Go get it, Nate. Go get it.
The Gold Glover, the All-Star, Nate McLeod getting it done in center field.
Not a bad pitch, a breaking ball, just maybe 6 inches off the ground. Not a mistake pitch, but Nate runs it down anyway. Those Gold Glove outfielders, they run down a lot of mistakes. Boy, look at Zach.
What's there not to like about that play? Outstanding work by McLeod. Pitch on the way to Tulowitzki.
His first full year as a starting center fielder, he wins a Gold Glove.
1-0 pitch. Outside. 2 balls and no strikes. One thing about Zach Duke, he is efficient when it comes to the economy of his pitches. 2-1. He averages a pretty low number per inning in terms of pitches thrown.
Well, he's not really a swing and miss guy. Not a lot of strikeouts. If he's throwing the ball where he wants to, which is down in the strike zone, he's going to get a lot of early contact, and he's going to get his share of 2-3 pitch outs, which make a big difference when you total them up as you get deeper in the game.
Count is full to Tulowitzki. Troy Tulowitzki from Long Beach State. Brad Hopp hitting that cleanup spot. Payoff pitch. Right back to the screen now. They'll do it again. Tulowitzki came in his first full year playing shortstop with the Rockies. He was an uncharacteristically surprising leader because of his young age. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. And Tulowitzki goes down looking. Zach Duke, with some help from his friends, get out of the first. Russell's starting lineup against Ubaldo Jimenez. And the Rockies, brought to you by PNC. Delwyn Young leading off for just the second time in his professional career. Freddie Sanchez, Nate McLeod, Adam LaRoche. Robinson Diaz has had a pretty good run his last 4 games. Look at those numbers. He hopes to continue that today. Brandon Moss has been on a bit of a tear as well. Andy LaRoche, 2 for 4 with 2 runs batted in. Last night, Jack Wilson and Zach Duke against right-hander Ubaldo Jimenez.
Jimenez has been on a little bit of a tear. Pitching very well last handful of starts, last 2 starts especially.
Jimenez, 1-0 pitch, a fastball, pops them in. He was getting it up to 99 miles an hour his last time out against Houston. He works quickly, the 1-1. That is a strike. 1-2.
We saw him last year at Coors Field, and he was over 100 miles an hour constantly that game.
A live arm. 1-2 pitch, and Young fouls it away.
But I think you're going to see him in this ballpark with our guns probably more in the mid-90s.
One-two pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I was talking to Jeff Houston, who does the analyst work for the Rockies TV network, and he was telling me that Jimenez had 17 ground ball outs during his last outing in Houston.
Oh, Manny brought us some barbecue. How about that? Don't give any to Blast. Manny Sanguine bringing us up some Sunday good food.
And Delwyn Young is aboard with a free pass. Time to check out Bob's Keys to the Game, brought to you by A&L Motors.
Well, we kind of see one of them right there with Young getting on base right away. The number 1 slot has been fantastic. Great production. Young picked up right where Morgan left off in yesterday's ball game, and here today. First inning, he's on base, and they'll give the pen the day off. They had to throw 7 innings yesterday, so I would like to see Duke. I think the minimum today, 7 for him.
Freddie Sanchez 0 for 8 in the series. Hasn't had a hit against the Rockies.
Come on, Manny. All the way from center field bringing this barbecue sandwich.
Came up here with a great big smile and presented it.
That's permanent. It never leaves.
It doesn't come off, does it? Throw to first base, and Young is back. And Garrett Atkins playing at first base in place of Todd Helton today. Helton sitting on 1,999 hits. Just 1 shy of 2,000, and apparently that's going to have to wait. And Freddie reaches for that one. 1-1.
There's our sandwiches that Manny brought us up. Look like some pulled pork?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
There's Manny's barbecue.
Personally delivered by Manny himself.
He sits out there during the games.
Sanchez fouls it away. 1-2.
There is some great food around this ballpark. But that's one of them. If you're looking for good barbecue, it's just beyond the what we call the batter's eye, that big green wall out in center field. That's Manny's Barbecue House. Every now and then we see this smoke coming up from
Sanchez will have another try. That's ruled a foul ball. Colorado Rockies defensively in the outfield, left to right. Brian's billboards is in center field today. Matt Merton on his left, Brad Hopp on his right. Ian Stewart at third, Troy Tulowitzki and Clint Barmas in the middle, Garrett Atkins at first, and Jorvit Torrealba behind the plate. Throw to first, and Young is safe. Boy, he was leaning and nearly got himself picked off.
Yeah, I think Tim Welke might have changed his mind. I thought he was going to call him out. It looked like the right arm was starting to come up. He gave him a safe call. That was close.
1-2 pitch inside corner, and Sanchez goes down on strikes.
Boy, the hitters just did not like the strike zone in yesterday's ball game, and already we've had 2 hitters questioned. Welke this afternoon. Sanchez doesn't like this call, just like Tulowitzki didn't like his. Both of the same type pitch, backdoor breaking balls.
Jimenez is no stranger to the strikeout.
With his fastball, that's a sure thing.
It is.
On a good day, he's just pumping them by people.
He's got 3 games of 10 strikeouts or more. His career high is 11 strikeouts. Had that last year in May against San Diego. McLeod takes a strike, 1-1.
Well, the Rockies for sure have some talent on that pitching staff. Good Street closing things out.
The interesting thing about Jimenez is kind of what the Pirates are trying to do is find talent in the Dominican Republic, because Jimenez was signed as a free agent out of the Dominican. He's born in Nagua. He lives in San Cristobal. .172 strikeouts for Jimenez last season. Throw to first, and Young almost crawls his way back that time. Jimenez paying an awful lot of attention to Dolan Young.
Well, Young's over there thinking, I don't know if I like this leadoff man thing. Man, they pay way too much attention to you when you're a leadoff hitter.
And Nigel Morgan not in the lineup today. A tweaked hamstring kept him out of last night's game, and John Russell deciding to rest him today. One, and this one to left field, and that one is going to hook foul. Nate McLeod provided the run the Pirates needed to make it a 5-4 game with a 6th home run of the season deep to right. Came in the 5th inning last night.
Home run on your bobblehead day.
Ryan Dolman had his bobblehead day earlier. He went 3 for 4 with 3 doubles. So you're supposed to have a good day.
Yeah, it puts a lot of pressure on you. Got to come through.
Now there's another bobblehead day coming up later in the season. The fans got to vote on who it would be. Last night they announced the winner. Paul Maholm will get his own bobblehead.
A few years ago I was watching a Cub game, and I can't remember now who the closer was, but it was his poster day, and he didn't do very well. And all those posters that were rolled up ended up on the field. It was quite a sight.
2 balls and 2 strikes to McLeod. 1 out, Young at first. Ubaldo Jimenez delivers, and he strikes out McLeod's 2nd strikeout victim already.
The point being, though, if it's your day for something, you better perform. You better do something. Got to chase upstairs.
So Adam LaRoche will be the hitter. LaRoche hitting back in the cleanup spot. Hit there last night. 2 nights ago, Craig Monroe hit there when Monroe had a start. Adam LaRoche has hit Jimenez fairly well. He's 4 of 6 against the young right-hander. Takes ball 1.
Well, we've seen Adam now for a couple of years, and he's a little streaky. When he's in a good streak, it doesn't matter much how hard you throw the ball. When he is hot, he doesn't miss fastballs.
He's hoping he gets one right in the wheelhouse here. 2 down, runner at first. That's Delwyn Young. He had the leadoff walk. Sanchez struck out looking. McLeod struck out swinging. And Adam LaRoche looking out at the 25-year-old right-hander. And Jimenez deals high, ball 3. Robinson Diaz. He's been on a streak. Rockies today will leave after the game and go to Atlanta. There's a strike. Well, the Pirates will be right out the door with them, heading to Washington, D.C. Start a series with the Nationals tomorrow, 4 games. And then 6 in Chicago. 3 against the White Sox and 3 against the Cubs. 3-1. Ball 4. See what's coming up for the Pirates. Washington through Thursday, and the White Sox on the weekend, and the Cubbies, and then the final day off in the month of May on the 28th for coming back home against the Houston Astros and New York Mets. Another 6-game homestand. Or 7-game homestand, beg your pardon. Ross Ohlendorf will go tomorrow in Washington.
It'll be an interesting matchup right here between Jimenez and Diaz.
Well, Diaz is not very patient. He likes to swing at the first strike.
He's got a guy that he more than ever knows he's going to get a fastball from.
He's just sitting dead red down there.
He's just looking fastball, and then as soon as he sees when he gets the head of the bat to it, he's going to let it fly. And he didn't get a fastball, but then on 1-0 count, takes it inside for 2-0.
Jimenez probably thinking the same way.
Tried to trick him. That's a shame when you throw the ball 95 to 100. You think you have to trick somebody.
All right, does he swing at this pitch? Yes or no?
Yes.
I think so too. And it's toward the middle, and Tulowitzki's going to play it behind the bag. The toss to Barmes, and LaRoche is forced out. Through an inning at PNC Park, no score.
Home of the luxury Stearns & Foster mattress.
It is time to check out our day automotive. This day in Pirates baseball history, May 17th, 1956. The Bucks acquired Bill Verdon from the Cardinals for Bobby Del Greco and Dick Littlefield. That's our this day in Pirates history. Thank you to Day Automotive. Bob Walk, Tim Neverett back at PNC Park, top of the 2nd inning. Brad Hopp swinging for the River, strike 1.
The Quail, Bill Verdon. Great baseball man he is.
How do you get the name the Quail?
Because he hit a lot of those little dumpers.
Strike 2 to Pop, and here he is, Bill Verdon. And the crowd liked it. To center field. Going back on it, ball carrying well, and on the track, Nate McLeod. Crowd likes that too.
Junior Ortiz used to call Bill the Squirrel, which, you know, Bill's kind of a disciplinarian and built real well, and nobody messed with him even when he was, in his 60s. See McLeod making like the quail in center field, but Junior Ortiz, with his accent and his stuttering, couldn't ever say quail. So everybody called him quail, but Junior couldn't say it. But for some reason, he decided that he could say squirrel, and so he would, like they were the same animal or something. I don't know what Junior was thinking, but everyone is always quail, quail, quail. Junior was the squirrel. and thought nothing of it.
Close
and
enough.
The quail thought it was hilarious. He thought it was funny.
Matt Merton, the hitter, had a pinch hit on Friday night. And he looks at that one low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As we showed you earlier, Matt Merton hits Zach Duke pretty well. 10 of 25 against him. The squirrel.
The squirrel. Yeah. That was the first time he did that. The room got like silent. Like, what's Bill going to think about being called a squirrel? He just laughed, and then everybody else laughed.
1-2 delivery. This one is down to shortstop. Jack Wilson throws out Merton.
And the crowd likes it.
2 men down. You like Jack's socks today? Wearing his pants up high.
Yeah, I really do. I'm getting kind of tired of the pajama look, to be honest with you. I'd like to see everybody kind of go back to wearing them up high.
That's your pajama look.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of, I guess, cool when it was just the cool guys doing it. But now everybody does it, so it's not cool anymore.
And Jack going with the high socks today. Different look for him. Garrett Atkins 1-1. Atkins has had a very sluggish start. He's come under fire in the local press in Denver because they expect big numbers out of him.
They need big numbers out of him. You invest your money in certain players, and you got to have production out of them, or you're going to struggle.
Nigel Morgan getting a day off today, resting that hamstring. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Atkins. In fact, the press in Denver today, one of the prominent columnists put out the column that no manager ever wants to have read. The one that's calling for his head. That's the news around the Colorado clubhouse today.
Fire the manager. That'll get Atkins going. I don't know how that comes together.
Well, also trying to sell newspapers.
Yeah, that's true.
2-2 is high in the air to right field. There is Delwyn Young. And 6 in a row set down to start the ball game for Zach Duke. Pirate lefty. Going strong so far. with a double and a run scored. He was struggling on the road trip during the team's 8-game losing skid, but since the Pirates and Moss have been home, he's been putting the bat to the baseball. 9 for 16, 563. 1-0 pitch from Jimenez. 1-1 to Moss. I think when you have a fastball pitcher, he's either going to do one of two things. He's either going to get his strikeouts or he's going to make a few mistakes putting it over the plate. Any hitter at this level can sit on a fastball.
Yeah, you have to really be exceptional velocity wise nowadays to be able to just pitch in the heart of the plate.
3-1 to Brandon Moss. Jimenez has struck out 2. He's also walked 2 in his first inning.
Yeah, that's the way it's always been, regardless of what the radar gun has said.
And Moss lifts this one toward Troy Tulowitzki, and out to left field. The shortstop makes the catch.
There's only, no matter what period you go back into, there's only been 3 or 4 guys in a league at any one time that can just rear back and blow gas by guys. And that's true today, even though the radar gun says that you have many more pitchers that are thrown in the 90s than say 30 years ago. But it's still the relationships between the pitchers and the hitters and the stats it's all still the same. You got a couple of guys that can go out and overpower people in the league, and that's it, no matter what that says.
95 out of the hand, 87 at the plate. And LaRoche, pretty big cut there, 1-2. Andy, a good night last night. Drove in 2 runs, went 2 out of 4, scored 2 runs. And he strikes out. Third strikeout for Ubaldo Jimenez. And now Jack Wilson will take his turn.
Even thinking back to guys like Nolan Ryan in his prime, Sandy Koufax, as dominant as they were, they didn't just sit there and fastball after fastball. They both had both of them had the great curveball that made the fastball unhittable. But on days where they couldn't get the curveball over the plate, I'm sure there were struggles for even those 2 guys. Especially Koufax. You look early in his career, he didn't come out of the chute being the great pitcher he was.
1 ball, 1 strike to Jack. And he takes high and inside.
They're on the cell phone like so many people are nowadays.
I wonder who he's talking to.
He's talking to Director of Broadcasting Mark Garda, I would imagine. If they show Garda in the booth, he'll probably be on the phone too. No, I can't see him up there.
He's on the phone. No, is he? Or not? Nope.
Yeah, he is.
He's texting to Parrott.
Yeah.
Jack hits this one down the line, and this one is going to hook. Jack got a hold of it, got out way out in front of that fastball.
Had one last night like that he just was a little too quick on. 2 nights ago he hit one just right, but Spielberg went over and pulled it back from on the other side of the fence.
2-2 pitch, slow roller. Ian Stewart does not get him. It's an infield single. Jack Wilson, a 2-out base hit.
Nice play on both ends, but Jack too quick. Jack was nimble and quick.
Reached for it and topped it.
I don't know what was there anything that could be done different? I mean, a great bare hand play, real quick release. Nice snag out of the dirt on the other end over at first base. Some good defense. It just didn't matter.
Zach Duke takes ball 1. Duke, a 188 hitter. No home runs, 2 runs batted in. He has a hit in his career against Colorado. Watching Zach take batting practice a couple of days ago, And he wasn't just hitting them out of the ballpark in right field. He was hitting them high up into the right field bleachers and almost getting them over the fence that's above the final row of seats.
He's the emergency pinch hitter on this team. There's no doubt about that. When you have to go to a pitcher to pinch hit, it's always going to be Zach, as long as the starting rotation stays what it is now. Not that the other guys are automatic outs, but Zach is pretty darn good. There's the starting pitcher's personal hitting instructor, Tony Beasley.
He just put the hit sign on.
We could use one right now with a couple outs. Get fair.
Tony had to go field the ball. Maybe that was the sign for hit it right at me.
I'm going to knock it down, bobble it.
Two balls, two strikes to Zach Duke. And rolls this one to the right side. That's thrown, a base hit. 2-out single for Duke. Brad Hopp nearly threw that one away. Wilson at second, Duke at first. His second career hit against Colorado.
He's got a beautiful his swing when you watch it, the way he stays down through the strike zone, head on the baseball, follows through with that nice weight shift off to his front side. I mean, it looks like just a regular hitter. He's got all that stuff figured out.
2 men on for Delwyn Young. Young walked and was stranded in the first. Second time around for the Pirates. Jimenez pitch inside and it gets away and the runners will move up.
Base hit now. Have yourself a couple ribbies. That leadoff spot sure seems to get to the plate in some key situations.
Fastball charged to Torrealba. Beg your pardon. Yorvi Torrealba starting the day game after the night game. Chris Iannetta started Friday and last night. 2 balls and no strikes.
All kind of cutting as it moved in. 96 mile an hour fastball with cut movement. Tough pitch.
I'd like to send out best wishes to a lifelong Pirates fan. Tony Trona of Denora, recovering from heart surgery, watching Pirates baseball every day. Tony, enjoy the game. We look forward to seeing you back at the ballpark very soon, and get well. Delwyn Young pops this one, fouling out of play.
When I speak of cut movement, what I'm talking about is a fastball that moves toward the left-hand hitter. If a right-hander is throwing it, it goes in that direction. That's cut movement. Traditionally, the fastball will be spinning the other direction and work its way away from left-handers. But if you can throw that cut-type fastball and be able to control it, you can really hurt some lefties' thumbs. You can just eat them up inside.
The 2-1 pitch to Delwyn Young. Strike 2 call. Jack Wilson at third and Zach Duke down at second base. .50 pitches so far for Ubaldo Jimenez. Count goes full 3-2.
He's a finesse guy. It's not that important.
He's typically about 100 to 105 pitches a game, somewhere in there. He had 101 against Houston in his last outing, and he's already halfway there. And it's the bottom of the second. Ooh. Strike 3 called on Delwyn Young, and the Pirates strand 2. So 2 full innings in the book. Ubaldo Jimenez gets Delwyn Young. Here at PNC Park, it's Sky Blast 1, featuring Zambelli Fireworks, one of country music's hottest new acts, Zac Brown Band, live in concert. To get tickets now, visit Pirates.com or call 1-800-BUY-BUCKS. You don't want to miss Sky Blast, May 30th. It's the Pirates and the Astros right here at PNC Park. Top of the third inning, no score. Well, that's good, huh? Nachos today. Pass the drinks, Mom.
Sunday at the ballpark with the kids. It's a beautiful pastime here at PNC Park during the summer.
Yorva Torrealba leads off. Ian Stewart to follow, then Ubaldo Jimenez, 7, 8, 9 in the Rockies order. Torrealba swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You know, Tim, last night today, this is like watching an old National League game of, say, 20 years ago with the plate a little on the wide side. Last night there were a lot of disputed called strikes by both sides, and we're already seeing that here in the first couple innings this afternoon.
2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch, a grounder down to shortstop. Jack Wilson throws out Yorva Torrealba, and there's 1 away. Calling the balls and strikes, Bill Welke, his brother Tim Welke, the crew chiefs at first base. Scott Berry over at second. And at third base, Angel Hernandez.
And I don't mean that to be any kind of a critical assessment. I love it. I really think that the game moves along very well when you have some nice corners on the plate. It keeps the pace, going on.
It's obvious why you like it. I mean, spoken as a former starting pitcher.
I'm willing to give up that high strike that they've thrown into the game. So I like the old strike zone much better when it was.
Yeah, but are the hitters
shorter and fatter? I don't like the tall, skinny strike zone. And I really don't care what the hitters want.
You just made my point.
Yeah.
1-1 to Ian Stewart, Rockies third baseman.
Everything's always for the hitters. They mounds too high, they shorten that, bring in the fences. All these new ballparks got to make the easy to hit home runs. A little love for the pitchers, huh?
Well, pitchers, they have it pretty well, I would think. And I think the last couple of games, as you've pointed out, they've had it pretty well because of the fact that the plate is about 20 inches wide.
Well, the umpires are the only ones still on us.
Count goes full to Stewart. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
As long as we cooperate. You didn't want to get on the bad side of the umpire. And you love it when a couple of the hitters would start looking back and beefing about a call.
3-2 pitch is fouled back.
Gorzo.
Tom Gorzolani has made it back
in the big leagues.
And a swing and a miss. Strike 3, and Robinson Diaz doesn't know how many outs there are. They didn't change that rule between innings, did they?
Gorzo's back now. Let's talk about Gorzo.
Let's talk about Diaz.
That's embarrassing. Duke hollered at him. We got work to do.
Tyler Yates going on the disabled list. Inflammation in his right elbow. And Tom Gorzolani, who is scheduled to pitch today at Indianapolis, has been called up. He is here and is available if Zach Duke needs any help. 0-1 pitch to Jimenez. And a strike. 0-2.
You see Tyler's numbers not looking too good at the start of the season. The ERA up in the 7s.
And strike 3.
Tagged for a couple of L's. Now it's 3. There you go, Robinson.
Zach Duke has retired the first 9. Display on the first floor. The newly remodeled display features a variety of items, game-used lineup cards, bats, bases, autographed merchandise such as baseballs and jerseys. Don't miss Pirate Outfitters, located inside the left field gate of PNC Park. They've got some cool stuff there, no doubt about it. Bob Walk, Tim Neverett back here at PNC Park. Bottom of the third inning on a Kids Day Sunday. See Oliver Onion. He was the giveaway today. Bill DeBear. Oliver the pierogi who last night did not have a good showing in the fifth inning. He faded about left center field, and Cheese Chester would win the pierogi race going away. Freddie Sanchez down to first. Garrett Atkins will handle it himself. And Sanchez getting a little frustrated right now. 0 for 10 in the series.
Looks pretty smooth over at first base.
Well, he played there in college.
Excellent stab on that partly hit ball. But then remember that play where Jack Wilson beat it out? That was a nice little pick he had over there.
Well, Atkins is comfortable, and there's been a lot of discussion over the years because of Todd Helton's salary, $16.6 million, that they wanted to move Helton at some point and put Atkins over at first full time. He was a first baseman at UCLA. Nate McLeod hits one high and deep to right center field. This ball is way back and gone. 1-0 Pirates. Nate McLeod, home run number 7 in his second in as many games.
You see Nate, you stand next to him, you don't think that he has that kind of power, the way he can hit balls. The one he hit last night, just a rocket bullet out of here right down the line. When he gets the barrel of the bat to it, he can hit the ball as hard as anybody. What a player he is. Combination of defense, best base runner on the team, and has that kind of pop in the bat.
Matt Merton gives this one a run, but that's in the front row. Boy, he really put a charge into this baseball.
Just a breaking ball, so he's supplying all the power to it. A towering shot, and the wind, what wind there is blowing from right to left. No help. If anything, it was pushing that ball back, and that's out on the Riverwalk. He can generate some bat speed.
Here's the 0-1. Pitch inside, 1 ball and 1 strike to Adam LaRoche. The wind just going out a little bit to left, hit it right across the wind.
Yep.
Strike called, 1-2.
Right out on the Riverwalk. Bounce down, perhaps to the fishing area.
One-two delivery. That's low, 2-2. 93 miles an hour for Ubaldo Jimenez.
That's where it hit, right by the
Wheel of Fortune.
I was going to say roulette.
Well, roulette would be flat and on a table.
Yeah, it has like a little marble, doesn't it?
It's called a ball.
Yeah. Yeah. What is you know about that stuff? He probably has an actual name. The ball.
La pelota in Spanish. Another foul ball for LaRoche. I think it's just called a ball.
I don't know. Hey, you're my Vegas guy, so you know all that stuff.
You're overdue for a tour.
Yes.
We'll have to work on that. Full count to LaRoche, 3-2. Strike 3 called. And Adam LaRoche goes down on strikes. 5 strikeouts for Jimenez.
Oh, that's a real nice view. Look, that's like reminds me of a PGA watching the drive put in the fairway. And that was a driver he used on that one.
1-800-SAFE Auto reminds you that you're safe at home with Safe Auto, proudly supporting the Obadiah Cole Foundation for prostate cancer screening and awareness. Early detection is the cure. Robbins and Diaz, the 1-0 pitch, takes a cut. Diaz hit one toward the middle that ended the first inning, where Adam LaRoche, after walking, was forced at second base. Diaz 2 for 5 against the Rockies. And he shatters his bat. Troy Tulowitzki from center field. Wow. Throw him out. Tremendous play by the Rockies shortstop to retire Robinson Diaz. Nate McLeod hits the long ball. It's 1-0 Pirates. Run of the season for Nate McLeod. He's been getting it done with a glove also. A spectacular catch in the top of the first, robbing Clint Barnes of a would-be double in the right center field gap.
I don't know about the. I've always wondered about the glasses on top of the hat.
It's not like the flip-ups, you know. The flip downs.
I don't understand that.
They're upside down, first of all.
And they're on the hat.
On the hat.
They're not.
Ryan Spilborghs takes outside ball one. I think it's, optional eyewear. In case, the UV rays get a little bit too much for you, you can reach up between pitches and put them on.
It's not like the clouds have come over and he has them out there just in case the sun comes back out. The sun is out as bright as it's going to be all day. That's something we see all the time throughout the big leagues is the sunglasses on top of the hat.
Here comes the 2-0 from Zach Duke. Strike one call.
I have to ask Paul Alexander about that. He's my sunglass man.
Is that right? See, now you got the flip downs on Brandon Moss.
That's a tradition.
Makes some sense.
Well, the flip downs also, because you're only using them when you're looking directly up there into the sun, they can be like welding glasses, very, very dark. They're going to really do a good job.
Fouled back to the screen. So Andy LaRoche with a sun glare black, and he's got the real stuff on there. Now, a lot of people today, you see, they have the adhesive ones, or like Band-Aids.
He's got the paste.
So he's got the paste on there. That's old school. 2-2 pitch. 3-2.
The reason that looks so good too is you get sweat and dirt there, and then it starts kind of getting smeared on your face, and it looks like you've done something. You've worked hard. You've played a 9-inning ball game.
To right field. Delwyn Young gives it a look. Andy LaRoche will watch this one go into the seats.
Yeah, I never could get the black tape. What is that?
It's like a Band-Aid.
Yeah.
Sun glare strips.
Well, you know what? I guess you can write numbers on them and get yourself on TV with the black tape.
Jack's got some specs. Again, the payoff pitch from Duke. Rip foul.
It was a very good grab down the line, wasn't it?
Ryan Spilborghs had hit in the middle of the lineup on Friday and Saturday night. Check swing. They go down to first, and Bill Welke says no. That's Tim Welke down there, rather.
You decide at home. Was the head of the bat out there? Head of the bat's always out there. Every time you see a slow motion shot.
Those are 50-50 calls because we've seen enough of them this season go either way. Spilborghs can run a little bit. Duke will check him at first base.
They are. They're exactly that. When you make those appeal, you're standing on the mound. You never know what is going to happen. There's times where you've certainly swung at it. You don't get a call. And there's other times where you're asking just because it's out of habit and you know nothing's going to happen, and out of the blue they call a strike.
Barmes tries to bunt.
And I mean the umpires, to their credit, I mean they don't get that slow motion. They don't get the bat froze out there. They're having to look at it real time. Especially with the dark colored bats. I would think that those would be real. That's the one advantage I think with the dark bats you get on a check swing. Hard for the umpire to see it.
The 0-1 does not come. The throw to first base. So you see the dark colored bat. Now Clint Barmes has a maple bat. You can tell because it's two-toned.
Because it's going to break real soon.
And it might blow up before it even hits the ball. No. But they had to move the labels up higher. You see what the label is? It's higher than they used to be. This is a base hit up the middle. So first and second and nobody out now. We saw Robinson Diaz and see the bat just shatter. Tulowitzki makes an incredible play.
Hey, that's tremendous to be able to make an accurate throw to first base and when you're spinning and falling into the outfield. That's a great play.
So here is Troy Tulowitzki. Tulowitzki with nobody out and 2 on. Zach Duke in the first bit of trouble he's been in. He retired the first 9 men and walked Spilborghs, and Barmes gets the first hit for Colorado. 1-0 to Tulowitzki. Struck out looking to end the first inning. Wasn't too happy about it either.
No. There've been a lot of upset people the last couple of days. They've all been hitters, though. I like that.
Haven't seen too many upset pitchers. Diaz blocks it.
Nobody on our side. Very important block for Diaz. A couple of guys on and nobody out.
Two 2-0 to Tulowitzki. There's a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike to the shortstop Troy Tulowitzki.
And Barmes has a very aggressive lead off first base. He is locked on to Spilborghs in front of him. I wonder if Diaz would take a shot at throwing behind him.
Foul tip at the plate, 2-2.
Some catchers have loved to do that. Some never do.
Well, we saw him do it when we saw him play more in spring training.
I got a feeling Diaz is a guy that likes to throw.
Yeah.
But if you watch Barmes, he's got his head turned towards second base. I mean, he really doesn't want to get caught off guard if Spilborghs takes off. And look at the lead he's got there. That shot really gives you a sense of how far the runner can get off first base.
To left field, Brandon Moss coming on, and he makes a fine running catch. Throw to second. They try to double off Spilborghs, but Brandon Moss covering some ground.
Seeing some excellent defense from both clubs this afternoon. A couple of fine plays by the Pirate outfield so far. To be honest with you, off the bat, I did not think that Moss was going to be able to get there.
Pretty good throw across his body. Right on target. That's when your second baseman becomes a first baseman and has to stretch. And the defense has been covering a lot of ground, and that's without Nyjer Morgan out there last night and today. Nyjer normally will play over in deep left center field. Brandon Moss playing more of a conventional center field where he is positioned. Delwyn Young right now over in right center, playing deep for Brad Hopp. Pop hit the home run Friday night. 2-run shot in the top of the 9th inning. That gave the Rockies the lead. And he is having a very good start, perhaps one of the best starts of his entire career, hitting .362 coming into action today. In the top 5 in the National League in average. One and one. Today's kind of a vest day, since we're speaking of style with sunglasses and socks and things. It's a vest day.
Both teams.
Rockies wearing their black vests. They will wear those at home and on the road. And the Pirates in their Sunday pinstripe vests, only worn on Sunday home games. Check swing. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You know, with Hop being the hot hitter in this lineup, and Atkins really not doing much this year. Really, a left-handed starter has a little bit of advantage against the Rockies, you would think. Looking at who the dangerous guy is. Hop's the one you don't want to beat you. Normally Helton's in there also.
1-2 pitch, line to left center field. Spilborghs is going to score. Brandon Moss comes up, throws to second, or throws home actually.
Throws to nowhere.
And that was not a good play. Actually, that turns into not a good play.
A couple of not good plays here in a row.
And the Rockies have just taken a 2-1 lead.
Wow.
On a throwing error. And not good field work by the Pirates there.
It started
Moss
off,
should have gone right to second base.
He had the right idea. You throw the ball to second base, keep the double play in order. For some reason, he didn't do it. He comes up, I think, looking home, but then realizes that is not what he wants to do with the ball, and then just kind of throws it to nobody. Throws it to the pitcher's mound. And Diaz compounds that error by throwing it into center field. Actually, Diaz, did the right thing. It was a poor throw. If he makes a good throw, then that's going to force Hop to run back to first base. They wouldn't have had it out because there was nobody at first base. Hop would have put on the brakes and ran all the way back.
This one is well hit to left field. Matt Merton has one off the wall. Scoring easily is Hop. And into second base with an RBI double is Matt Merton. It is 3-1 Colorado.
And Merton continues to hit Duke pretty well. What was that, 10 for 25 coming into the game?
Yeah. Now he is 11 for 27.
Well, look how quick things turned around for Duke. Is that kind of out of nowhere, just cruising along, and then 3 hitters later, he's down by a couple of runs. Even when there was first and second, nobody out, Duke has been such an effective ground ball pitcher this season. I thought, no problem here. They're in the middle of the lineup, so there's not going to be any bunting. The guys are going to be swinging the bat. We'll get a double play, but it didn't happen.
Garrett Atkins 0 for 1. 3 runs in for Colorado here in the top of the 4th. 1 ball, no strikes to Atkins. 5 doubles this season for Atkins. He is behind where he normally would be in terms of extra base hits.
Yeah, only 3 home runs. We're heading toward June in a hurry. That's not a big number at all.
No.
120 at bats. And I know they have a humidor now, but the other guys are hitting home runs, so it's not that. He's got a problem they need to figure out and do it in a hurry.
2-0, chopped over the mound. This could be trouble. Jack Wilson's not going to get him. So the wheels have fallen off the cart a bit here in the 4th inning.
I think Jack had a little indecision there. Looked like maybe he was going to go backhand with the glove, then change his mind to the bare hand. Got caught in between. Now, does he turn his? Yeah, he started to move his glove a little bit and then said no. Tough play for Jack.
Jorvit Torrealba at the plate. Runners at first and third. And he goes to right field. Delwyn Young waits, makes the catch. He's going to get another run in. 2 down, 4-1 Colorado. Merton scores. RBI number 5.
Where's the duck?
Torrealba.
Let's get the duck out.
Time for the duck? All right. Come on in, Duck. Today's Aflac trivia question. Which 2 managers who were replaced by Bill Verdon eventually replaced him? That's a tough question.
Which 2 managers who were replaced by Bill Verdon eventually replaced him? I know one of them for sure. He has a number hanging out here on the side of this building. I'm trying to think of the other one.
Ian Stewart looks at Zach Duke and pops this one out of play.
I think I have the other one too. I think I have the other one also.
We'll have share it with everybody
we'll answer, yes.
in the bottom of the 4th inning.
I'll wait. I'll take my shot at the guess.
Pirates need to get some base runners in the bottom of the 4th. They had a 1-0 lead, now trail 4-1. Throwing error and a big one by Robinson Diaz. Allowed a run to score, the go-ahead run. And this one by Stewart, line to center field. Nate McLouth makes the catch. 4 runs on 4 hits and a man left for the Rockies. And Zach Duke gets touched up after retiring the first 9 in order. Replaced him.
I'm going with the Murtaugh, and I know Billy Martin is wrong. I've been told it's wrong, but that was my guess, so I got to stick with it. I know Martin was in and out in New York with the Yankees a number of times, so I thought maybe that would be it. Murtaugh, I know that one is right for sure.
Well, you are right. Half right.
Half right.
Yeah,
half
Danny
right.
Murtaugh.
What's new? I'm half right.
And the other is a little
tricky. Is it tricky?
Trickier, yeah. Brandon Moss 3-0.
We're gonna wait to bring the duck out after Moss.
Duck's already been out. Duck's already been out. Oh, he's got to come out again.
Yeah, he's got to bring the answer with him.
Well, Moss thought he had ball 4. Well, he did have ball 4.
Why would he think that was a ball?
Here's the 3-1. And now he's got ball 4. Just took him a little longer to get there, that's all. All right. Which 2 managers are we talking about? Danny Murtaugh is one of them, and Jim Fanning.
Montreal
Expo.
Yeah. We had to leave the country to get me. Nice question, though. I have to hand it to the boys in the trailer. They did well.
You're talking about where they live or where they work?
There's a big trailer parked out here somewhere with a bunch of television screens in it. I think that's where they work.
Okay. Andy LaRoche will be the hitter. Bob Apodaca has finished with Ubaldo Jimenez. 4-1, a 3-run deficit for the Pirates. Batting in the bottom of the 4th inning. Nobody out. Moss the runner at first. Jimenez the stretch and the pitch, and LaRoche takes. And we talked about the approach. It's got to be sit on that fastball.
Yeah, make him prove that he can throw something besides that for a strike. That's got to be what you want to do. And he throws so hard that you almost have to really.
That's great, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Learning how to keep score at a young age. Every kid should know how to. That should be a class in school.
Why not?
A lot of math in it, numbers, things like that.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely helpful.
Figure out the OPS, the whip. What's the new one, the FIP?
Baseball Stats 101.
2 balls and a strike. I'm an advocate of that. I think when you bring your kid to the ballpark, you should hand him a scorecard. You can hand him an Oliver Onion today, too.
Sure.
Build-A-Bear. 2-1. And LaRoche will take strike 2. Good looking fastball. 93 miles an hour.
When you have a fastball like Jimenez, and actually today's is not all that impressive, even though he's 93. That's not much for the way we've seen him in the past. You have to sit on that fastball just to get around on it. And because there you see, he doesn't throw the breaking balls for strikes very often.
Who's calling the balls and strikes?
He's just peeking over that.
There goes Moss, and this one is pounded foul. I mean, what can you say about, Oliver Onion today? Because
I'll tell you
he's got the glasses on, so he's qualified.
I'm putting a few shekels on Oliver today in the race. You know how everybody does well on their bobblehead day? Well, this is Oliver's Build-A-Bear day. So I got my money on Oliver during the big race.
LaRoche to right field. Perfect hit and run. Moss will go to third. That one almost clipped Brandon Moss on the way by. It was hit so sharply, but a perfectly executed hit and run on a 3-2 pitch. Runners at the corners, nobody out.
Did that yesterday, too. Trying to think of it. Was it Jaramillo? I think it was him. It was on a 2-1 pitch, went the other way. He was batting left-handed and hit a ball in the shortstop's position. I think it was Jaramillo.
Watch him.
Let's see him take a look
out of the way.
That's always how you know it's not a straight steal, when you see those guys take that peek. They want to know what's going on at home plate.
Jack Wilson with a chance to drive in a run. Trying to bunt his way on. Oftentimes when you're learning how to keep score, we saw that child learning how to keep score earlier. If that ball would have hit Brandon Moss, there's a way to score that. The batter, Andy LaRoche, would receive a base hit. Moss would.
I don't know.
Moss would be out.
I hope you weren't waiting for me to.
No, and the putout would be credited to the closest fielder, which in this case would have been Clint Barnes.
As a pitcher, all you know is somebody's out.
That's all you care about.
Yeah, hey, somebody's out. That ball hit him. I don't care how you write it down upstairs, but I know we got an out.
1-1 to Jack Wilson. 2 balls and a strike. Ubaldo Jimenez from San Cristobal in the Dominican Republic, making his 8th start today. Last year he posted the 4th lowest single season ERA by a Rockies pitcher. It's just under 4, 3.99. Outside again.
Rockies, same situation with their bullpen. They had to use a lot of guys last night. They don't want to have to go early, but they don't want to give up a 3-run lead either.
Wilson down to third. Ian Stewart's going to come to the plate, and Brandon Moss is out. Running on contact. And that's the chance you take.
There's a fine play by Stewart. The bat that Wilson threw down right in front of home plate. Moss has to slide right over the top of the bat.
That'll slow you down too.
Yep.
And the bat right there. Ian Stewart, fine play.
Well, we'll see if Duke will punt now. Trying to move the runners over. Squaring around.
Takes a ball. Zach Duke representing the tying run at the plate. Delwyn Young out on deck, and Duke trying to get 2 men over. 1-1 to count to Duke.
Zach trying to be a little too fine with that bunt. No reason to be right here. Just run it hard at Stewart.
Duke leads the Pirates pitchers with 4 sacrifice bunts.
The only thing you really have to think about is just don't get anything where the pitcher can get it.
Good looking bunt there. Jimenez, 1 play to first. And he's got Duke, so Duke accomplishes the mission. Gets LaRoche down to third, and Wilson over to second for Delwyn Young.
By not having the pitcher get it, I mean, anything back to the mound. You can make him run to the line, that's just fine. But Duke does just about everything very, very well. The hitting, the bunting, fields his position well. Excellent at holding runners on first base. All the how do you say that word?
Ancillary.
Ancillary, yeah, there we go. Ancillary stuff.
Wasn't sure what word you were talking about there for a while.
Ancillary. That was it.
There'll be a quiz on the plane after the game.
Extra stuff, you know. You know.
Strike 1.
He's good at the little things.
No balls and a strike. Delwyn Young. He's in the hole 0-2.
There's that leadoff spot up again in a big position. Base hit, scores a couple of runs.
Young walked and struck out today. He's come up with some big hits for the Pirates. Last night had one in the second inning. 2-run single. And he rolls this one down to Clint Barmas at second base. And the Pirates strand 2. Can't get a run across after 4 innings. Colorado Rockies with a 4-1 lead. Report, some news from the minor leagues. James Boone, big game last night with Altoona. 3 for 3, 2 doubles and a run, plus 4 runs batted in, and sitting .321 over his last 10 games. Altoona is going to be getting some reinforcements also, as the Pirates have acquired a couple of other minor leaguers. Outfielder Jeff Corselletti from the Red Sox organization and right-handed pitcher Randy Newsom from the Indians have been acquired today and will be assigned to Double-A Altoona, acquired for player to be named or cash considerations. 0-2 pitch, and Jimenez strikes out. Well, 1 out in the top of the 5th inning for Zach Duke. The Penguins advance to the conference finals. Our experts break down the key matchups against the Hurricanes as the Pens march to the Cup continues. Join us for Spotlight Pens Face-Off, Round 3 playoff preview presented by Trip Total Media tomorrow night at 10 on FSN. Nice looking headwear. And there is a fan right there. Letang had a big goal in Game 7 against the Caps. So the Canes and the Penguins in the Eastern Conference Finals. 1-1 pitch, and Spilborghs lines it right to Freddie Sanchez. 2 down.
Duke, after giving up those 4 runs, at least next inning, he's 2 quick outs.
When you talk about some of the problems the Pirates had on that 8-game losing skid, it always seemed to be one bad inning.
Yeah.
And that was the bad inning in the 4th for Zach Duke, where he gave up 4 runs. There was an error by catcher Robinson Diaz.
Well, that's why the whole saying in baseball for starting pitchers, you got to stay out of the big inning. Bend but don't break. Give up a run here, run there, just not any big innings, no crooked numbers, because that's what beat you. That one bad inning where you give up 4 runs. And now if they score 1 run here or 1 run there somewhere else, that puts you in a position you got to put a 7 spot up to win a game.
Here comes the 2-1 pitch to Barmes. 3-1.
Oh, need a water.
You all right?
Yeah, I'll be all right. I'll be drinking after.
Pitch is low. Trying to help you out, give you a bottle of water, and then you say no.
Oh,
there you go.
No, just kidding.
2-out walk.
These came a lot quicker than the coffee yesterday. I thought you went to Columbia to get my coffee.
Well, I ran into some people I knew along the way. Sort of held me up getting your coffee. I mean, here I am getting you coffee.
I know.
You know?
Had to talk to all your Denver buddies. It's understandable.
But you got your coffee.
I know. I drink enough coffee anyway. I could have done without a cup.
Tulowitzki fouls this one away. Well, we were in the press room yesterday, and Bob said, "Hey, give me a cup of coffee," since I was getting up, and I offered to get him one.
Yeah.
And I ran into a number of people I knew. I used to work with them. I don't know, 20 minutes later.
20 minutes later.
And he was still bothering me about it today.
Oh, yeah. Anything to hold over you.
0-1 pitch. That is too far inside. 1-1.
Probably be the last time you offer to get me anything.
For a while. Unless I have a weak moment and forget. Well, St. Louis got some news today. Chris Carpenter is going to be back Wednesday, earlier than expected. This pitch is in the air to right. Elwin Young makes that catch. The inning is over. Rocky Strand 1. Strong inning in the 5th for Zach Duke. Down. Ready for business in the bottom of the 5th inning. 4-1. Pirates trailing the Colorado Rockies in Game 3 of this 3-game set with Bob Walk, Tim Everett here at PNC Park on a Kids Day, Sunday afternoon. And Ubaldo Jimenez facing Freddie Sanchez, Nate McLouth, and Adam LaRoche this inning. And Sanchez pops this one up out into shallow right field. Brad Hopp makes the catch. And Freddie's 0 for 3.
Freddie went 0 for last night, too, I think.
He's 0 for 11 in the series.
Good.
Well, they get to the bottom of the Cracker Jack bag there. Got all the trimmings on that. No, I don't know onions, no. But it's Oliver Onion Day.
Yeah. Get rid of the lettuce,
right.
too.
I don't like the onions either.
We don't need any of the green stuff on there. Yeah, that's okay.
Likes it. Hot dog in one hand. Sharing mom's burger.
Got nachos, you can just reach the nachos. Get anything he wants.
I mean, there's a buffet in that row. The saying at the buffet, eat all you want. No, take all you want, but eat all you take. That's what it is. Anyway, Nate McLouth with a home run his last time up. 1 for 2. Strikeout victim in the 1st inning. And he rolls this one down to Atkins. Quickly 2 down for the Pirates. 2009 Pirates baseball on FSN Pittsburgh is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines has low fares with no hidden fees. Book now on southwest.com, where what you see is what you pay. Adam LaRoche with 2 outs. Walked in the 1st, 0 for 1. Struck out looking in the 3rd inning. Nothing in 1 to Adam. Adams had a pretty good homestand. He was 2 for 4 last night with a double. Matt Merton's going to give this one a look. It's up into the seats.
Adam wasn't sure. He went all the way down to first base just in case that ball was able to stay in play. Wasn't sure about it. Foul ball. I think he just wanted to stretch his legs a little bit.
Nothing but a long strike.
Yeah.
0-2. That's the count. And he strikes out for the 2nd time in the ball game. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates in the 5th. We'll head to the 6th when we return to PNC Park. Do you believe in miracles? How about an investigation?
Yeah, how about a fix in that race? Oliver Onion Day, and he wins by
Well, you call it
by 5 pierogi lengths. You couldn't fit all those pierogies in one pan. That's how far he was. I don't believe that. That's not right.
Brad Hopp, the hitter. RBI single in the 4th inning. He's 1 out of 2. He's got to pose for photos with the adoring
he got to
masses.
He got to the rail and he was gone.
He's signing
I'll give
autographs?
him that. Oh yeah.
Wow. How does he sign it? Just like an O? Right back up the middle, and Hopp has trouble. Good play by Jack Wilson. I thought that was headed for center field, but Wilson covers a lot of ground and with a strong arm throws him out.
Well, what was Hopp doing? He had to have been falling down. He had to fall down. Fell down.
Well, he didn't get out of the box.
He twisted his ankle and then saw he
Gave
was
up.
out.
Wow.
Ouch.
That one.
But there's
caught
some problems there.
Diaz.
I don't know what's going on. A little miniature Bermuda Triangle right in that area. Got Hopp. That one got Diaz.
Robinson Diaz having a word with home plate umpire Bill Welke. Welke saying, "You okay?" Diaz says, "Yes, he is," and
Give him some time.
ready to go. 1-0 the count. 1 down, top of the 6th. Jack Wilson again. Quick release, and he's got Matt Merton 2 down.
He didn't take much time getting rid of that.
He's got a great release, doesn't he?
Got it through it very quick. It's so fast you don't even see the crow hop.
Garrett Atkins singled his last time up. Flat out to right field back in the 2nd inning. He takes a strike. 0-1 to Atkins, former UCLA Bruin. Zach Dukes 1-1. Broken bat roller. And 3 of a kind for Jack Wilson. 6-3, 6-3, and 6-3. Rockies are down in order. And Oliver Onion down the stretch. It's the Coors Light 6th inning. Time for today's Coors Light Freeze Cam. Nate McLouth hit his 7th home run of the season. Came in the 3rd inning. And watch where the barrel of the bat meets the ball, right here. Coors Light Freeze Cam brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Ubaldo Jimenez to Robinson Diaz. And that pitch is high and outside. Ball one. Pirates need some base runners here as the game's moving along into the 6th inning. Bottom of it.
Last half of the lineup, if we do get something going, there'll be perhaps a pinch hitter for Duke and Tom Corzolani. First day in town has got a baseball and some tossing in the pen.
101 pitches for Ubaldo Jimenez. 56 strikes. Three and one. Three-one delivery. And Diaz to the left side. Ian Stewart throws him out. One away. Ian Stewart, highly touted draft choice a number of years back, and didn't progress as quickly through the minor leagues as the Rockies organization wanted him to. Last year, got him up there a little early in the season, and now he's a regular on the 25-man roster. He was blocked by Garrett Atkins at third base for probably 2 seasons. Brandon Moss, 0 for 1 with a walk. Tom Corzolani, when he got the news he was not going to be joining the team heading for St. Louis in the opener, he was not a happy guy down in Florida. The team wanted him to go work on some things and do a lot with his fastball, and he's got to feel pretty happy and a little bit relieved now that he's back up in the big leagues.
It's pretty shocking when you don't make a club like that after you've had success in the big leagues.
A one-out single for Brandon Moss.
Corzolani 14 wins 2 years ago. Moss right down the middle.
So Andy LaRoche, 1 for 2, comes to the plate. And it's good when you're seeing production from the middle to the bottom of the order. And they're getting that out of LaRoche and Moss.
And the next thing out of Andy and Moss, although Moss has been hitting for about 4 or 5 days now. Of course, I guess you want him to do like Andy has done and get consistent. But the next step for both of these guys is we need to start seeing some long balls out of them. They were both of them, Moss and Andy LaRoche, they're power prospects coming through the minor leagues. When the trade was made last year for them, they were both traded for because they're considered run producers. And being a run producer, you have to get the ball over the fence. You don't have to lead the league or anything like that, but it has to be a consistent threat when you're up there.
Torrealba makes the catch, and LaRoche has to walk back to the dugout. That's a long walk back when you pop out to the catcher. Create your own Pirates collectible using your favorite photos at the photo store on Pirates.com. Just upload your photo, choose from prints, mugs, magnets, and more, and place your order, and you're done. 3 easy steps. You can make your very own Pirates memory. Go to Pirates.com today and visit the photo store. Jack Wilson looking for that big hit. Thought he had his home run on Friday night. Ryan Spilborghs reached over the left field wall and brought it back into the ballpark for a great catch. So Jack still without a home run. Singled in the 2nd inning. Reached on a fielder's choice, 1 for 2. Moss is back.
Jack, we were talking about the younger players, Andy LaRoche and Moss, but Jack, another one that you'd like to see get the ball over the fence a little bit more often. He did, a few years ago, and now there hasn't been a lot of power for him. I mean, he's not going to be much more than maybe a 8-10 home run guy at best, but you would like to see that from him. And they made a lot of changes in his mechanics of his swing in spring training, about where he starts his hands, trying to get in a better power position for him to drive the ball better, make him stronger, and not as much a singles hitter.
Count will stay, a ball and 2 strikes. So action in both bullpens. Zolani, we've been talking about for the Pirates. Matt Daly, a right-hander. Daly from Bucknell. It's about 4 hours drive from here. 1-2 the count to Jack Wilson. Strike 3, and Wilson is down on strikes. We'll head to the 7th. Rockies with a 4-1 lead.
The 2009 Pirates baseball on FSN Pittsburgh is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines has low fares with no hidden fees. Book now at southwest.com, where what you see is what you pay.
Nice day to be on a boat in the Allegheny. A little bit breezy. I don't know if their anchor's working or not.
Well, they're looking for a good place to catch some fish.
Yorvin Torrealba breaks an 0-for-7 string and knocks a single into right field. Leadoff base hit off of Zach Duke to start the 7th inning.
Yeah, we didn't get down to Duke's spot in the lineup, so he stayed in the game.
Barrel Automotive league leaders stat. 6 ground balls that turned into double plays. Garland leads the league.
Needed a double play back in the 4th inning. Couldn't quite get it.
He'd take one right now.
Base hit that he just gave up, just the 5th of the game for the Rockies. They've been very efficient in their hits, scoring 4 runs on 4 of them.
One ball, no strikes to Ian Stewart. Yes, he went around. Angel Hernandez making the call at third base.
Orsolani still up and throwing in the pen.
I don't think he went around, Bob.
He didn't?
No.
Well, like we were saying earlier, just flip a coin.
That might even out the other one from earlier in the game.
Yeah.
1-1 pitch. Now 1-2. These guys see so many pitches and they've seen so many things on their way up to the big leagues and in the big leagues that a little call like that doesn't upset them all that much. You know, you just have to go about your business. There's nothing you can do to change it, so there's no reason getting upset.
You let it bother you. I mean, that's what does the damage.
Once that stuff gets into your head, you're in trouble.
And the point we always make, too, is 6 months. I mean, the stuff is going to even. Now, believe me, you're going to get a call somewhere soon. It's going to happen. Same thing with line drives and the little coils that fall in, or squirrels, whatever you want to call them. They all even out. You got to be careful, too. You don't complain about stuff. The karma is going to get you.
And Stewart takes low. 3-2 now. And Stewart, 24 years of age, first round pick in 2003 by Colorado. Torrealba, the catcher, leading from first. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on, that's through, and for a base hit. And Torrealba is going to stop at second base. Delwyn Young fires in on one hop to third.
Hey, Young showing a fine arm from right field. Nice one hopper. Right on the money. Very good throw.
Jimenez coming to the plate.
Nobody out. He'll be bunting.
Back-to-back singles to start the 7th inning for Colorado. Zach Duke just have to take whatever out he can get here that Jimenez will give him, with Ryan Spilborghs coming up to follow. Borzolani's been throwing for a while in the pen. Top of the 7th, nobody out. There is Borzolani. Zach Duke getting set to throw his 97th pitch. That one is fouled away. Now Jack Wilson started breaking for third. The way the defensive wheel's going, both corners are coming in and both middle infielders are going to cover the corners. Second base will remain open. And I thought Jack was stealing third base, Bob, the way he broke for the.
Jimenez, he had a conversation with third base coach just before that, probably telling him they put the wheel play on. You got to swing the bunt, and he still tried to lay down a bunt.
Well, Jack got a good jump.
You can't do that. You're watching the shortstop right now. You see him break the third base, you got to swing. That's what you key off of. You're not even looking at the pitcher. You're watching that shortstop. And when he goes to third, then you know what everyone else is doing. There's nowhere to bunt. They're crashing on the corners. The middle of the infield now is totally open. You hit a ground ball anywhere, you're going to move the runner over or get a weak base hit someplace. Always swing on the wheel play. Right now, you got to be watching Jack.
This one is down. Duke to third, and they get the force there. Lead runner is gone.
When Duke was bunting, I said the only thing you got to guard against doing when you're bunting someone to third base is you got to keep the ball away from the pitcher. And that's why. This is the only bad thing you can do, is bunt the ball where the pitcher can get to it right away, take a couple of steps, because then he has the short throw to third for the force out. If it's a standard defense, which that was on that pitch, just bunt it hard at the third baseman, and you've done your job. It's really a kind of a simple play. I think that bunting a guy to third is much easier than bunting a guy to second base. You don't have to worry about. It's all direction, and if you can bunt it firm, and it never hurts you. Doesn't matter as long as you get the direction down.
Want to know to Ryan Spilborghs. Runner at second is Stewart. Jimenez the pitcher at first. Spilborghs takes ball 2. Spilborghs in the leadoff spot today. He's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Rockies had 1 inning, the 4-run 4th. 2 on with 1 out. There's a strike. 2-1. Billboards in center field today. Dexter Fowler, who made the club out of spring training, member of the U.S. Olympic team last summer. Great wheels, had been the center fielder and leadoff man, and struck out 3 times last night. So he gets a rest today. There's a line drive back at Duke. Over to LaRoche, double play. And Zach Duke uses the glove as well as his arm to get out of the inning. Through 6.5, the Rockies 4, Pirates 1. Time for the Levin 7th inning stretch, brought to you by our friends at Levin Furniture. From Matt Capps, the closer. Felt good to get back in the saddle and come out on top tonight. I had to regroup and refine myself. Showed up this afternoon and it was a new day. That's today's Geico quote. Matt talking about his performance last night in the closing role after 2 nights ago blowing the save and taking the loss in a 3-1 Rockies decision Friday night. And last night a much different story. Got the double play ball from Seth Smith after walking the leadoff man. That was a big one. And then gets the final out as Troy Tulowitzki grounds out to Jack Wilson. So a quick inning of work and the 7th save of the season for Matt Capps. Eric Hinsky has a bat in his hand. He will hit for Zach Duke. Then the top of the order will come around. Pirates running out of innings here as we go to the bottom of the 7th.
Well, Zach gave us a 7 that we asked for early on, and that's a big inning for him to get out of that and still be the pitcher of record. If we can get a little flurry going, you still have that chance for the W. Beat Matt Daly. You see his numbers as he's warming up. 9th game for him. Beautiful ERA, 1.04. Just 8 innings of work, though.
Bucknell Bison.
The Bison, huh?
The Bison from Bucknell.
That fits being a Colorado guy now. The Bison.
Well, that's a Buffalo.
All right.
Well, the University of is Buffalo, but I think they're the same thing, aren't they? Just Bison, Buffalo, doesn't matter. They make good eats too. The Pirates AM/PM all-you-can-eat seats are back by popular demand. Just $35, 5 more on the day of the game. You get an outfield reserve ticket and all-you-can-eat hot dogs, hamburgers, nachos, popcorn, peanuts, ice cream, soda, and even a salad if you like. See great Pirates baseball action and go back for more food and drinks as many times as you want. Get your seats today. Visit pirates.com/all-you-can-eat. They're enjoying it out there today, and why not? Great day to be out there and chow down.
Take all you want, eat all you take.
That's it.
Oh, my. Look who's here with us.
The Parrot has come up with
well, you know what he's been doing?
Something.
He's been out fishing. That's what he's been doing. He saw that big fish caught the other night, and now he wants to go out and catch one himself. I didn't know you were a fisherman, Parrot. Very good. You're going to catch a big one with that one. I know that. Be careful with the hooks, will you?
Yeah. I hope they're barbless. 1 ball, no strikes to Hinsky. Daly.
I didn't know birds fished.
Delivers outside.
Well, I guess the bald eagles do, don't they? And parrots do.
Ever seen a pelican?
Oh, yeah. Look at this. It kind of looks pelican-like. You got the. Yeah, I could see looks like a pelican beak.
2-0 pitch coming to Hinsky. And that is low, 3-0.
Got something going.
So how many fish do you think he could fit in the lower part of that thing?
That's a lot of fish. A lot of fish could go in there. All right. Go find me a carp.
3-0. That's a strike to Eric Hinsky.
Need base runners. Normally you'd like Hinsky to take a shot at a 3-1 pitch, but might be taken all the way, even if it's right down the middle.
Hinsky's still looking for his first homer. Daly's pitch. Strike 2. Daly grew up in the shadow of Shea Stadium, Flushing, New York. Three-two. Inside ball 4.
That's why you take the 3-1 pitch. Give him that opportunity to walk you. Make him have to throw 3 strikes in a row. That's where the old baseball cliche, when you're down a few runs late in the game, take a strike. That's why you want to take a strike. The best way to get back into things is to have the opposing pitcher do you a favor and get a little wild. So you got to give him that opportunity. Don't swing at the first thing you can see and give him an opportunity at easy outs.
No balls, 1 strike to Delwyn Young. Oh, 2. Well, Daly had to climb the ladder in the Rockies system, and any pitcher who can make it out of Colorado Springs, pitching there at 7,000 feet altitude, you're doing all right. They've got a AAA park there with a jet stream out to left field. You hit a ball you think might be popped up to the shortstop. It's got a chance. Might get out. And Young lifts this one down the left field line. That's a long run for Merton, and he can't make the catch. Matt Merton gave it a run, but the ball would not cooperate with him, and it's good news for Delwyn Young.
Perfectly placed. So now we get the leadoff walk, a little blooper, just a little bit in fair territory. And now you're in business. That's why that leadoff walk is so important.
And now Freddie Sanchez, who, if there's anybody on the Pirates roster and lineup right now who is due, it's Freddie.
Yep.
0 for his last 11, does not have a hit in this series.
He doesn't go through many streaks like that.
No. Well, Young at first, Hinsky over there at second. Nobody out. Daly working on that first base side of the rubber. Ball 1 low. Great to see Freddie yesterday in Cranberry Township, Miracle League Field. That he and his wife Elisa helped with a sizable donation, and he was great with the kids yesterday. Sanchez gets this one into right field, and it is off the glove of Hop. Here comes Hinske in to score. Into second base is Freddie Sanchez. Second and third, nobody out. It's 4-2.
How about that? The game of baseball is so amazing to me. You get that leadoff walk, you work for it, you get it. Now you're fortunate a blooper falls in. You get the line drive and it goes off a glove for 2 bases. Play the game the right way, good things happen. And you know, all Hinske did was go up and stand, but he did it the right way. It was an opportunity to be walked, and that started the whole ball rolling.
Eric Hinske turning on the Jets as he came around third base. 15th double for Freddie Sanchez. And Keith Duggar, the trainer out there, taking a look at Daly. Tying run is in scoring position with nobody out, and Nate McLouth waiting to come to the plate. Daly just seeing if he's okay. Alan Embry loosening up for Colorado in the bullpen.
Nobody out, tying run at second. This is a must.
If the Pirates are going to have a big inning, this would be it.
You got 3 outs. Got to get Freddie home.
See if we can pick up what happened to Daly. Whoop.
Oh,
are you kidding
man,
me?
How did that happen? Wow.
Wow. And he's got to come out of the ball game. That is unbelievable to see an umpire kick a bat
right in the path of the pitcher and having the bad luck of stepping on the bat.
That is incredible.
Look at his ankle. Boy, it rolled over big time. Man. I don't think I've ever quite seen anything like this. Whap. And Daly is now out of the game.
Bill Walke comes over and says, hey.
Sorry
about that. You can file that into the you don't see that every day.
No.
My goodness.
You don't see it ever.
Just tough luck for Matt Daly. The veteran Alan Embry, second appearance in this series.
I've seen collisions by umpires and pitchers, kind of the same type deal as the pitcher's running somewhere to back up, especially sometimes the umpires will be rotating and plate umpire will be running down toward third, maybe to make a call. Those type of situations, they're not looking at each other, and the pitcher will get run over. Most of the time, the pitcher comes out on the bad end, and the umpire is wearing all the armor. But I don't ever remember the bat being kicked like that.
Second and third, nobody out for Nate McLeod. And Embry's first pitch is fouled away. Good situation here for the Pirates. Hinsky pinch hit for Zach Duke and walk. Delwyn Young had a bloop single down the left field line that went off the glove of Matt Merton. And then Freddie Sanchez was able to get Hinsky in with an RBI double off the glove of Brad Hopp in right field. 0-1 to McLeod. It's now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to Nate McLeod.
Ball on the ground.
And Embry is set now the pitch. And this one is going to be through to center field. Young will score. Coming around third is Sanchez. Here's the throw. He's safe. Tie ball game. Gets away from the catcher Torey Alba down to second base. Nate McLeod. New ball game.
You know, I mean, everything that happened there is great. And then McLeod goes to second base on just a total mental error by Embry. McLeod, the single up the middle. He was dead stop at first base. Embry, look at him. Why isn't he backing up? Oh, you can see there. Look, the bat is laying on the first base side. That's why he went that way.
Scared him away.
Yep.
And Nate McLeod just taking second.
Seriously, as a pitcher, you have nothing to do, and you give up that base hit. You got to get back behind the plate. If the throw does get away, perhaps you can keep your double play in order, keep a runner out of scoring position.
Adam LaRoche, strike one. Adam today 0 for 2 with a walk, struck out twice.
Embry just he was so mad at himself for jumping out ahead and then giving up the game-tying base hit. He just decided not to do his job and back up the throw home.
Uncharacteristic for a veteran like that to do that. 58-foot pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. How many times in spring training, Bob, not only did you work on your PFPs covering first base, but backing up bases, third base and the plate?
That's all you do. They try to find work for you to do during spring training, because the pitchers really, their lives are you throw and then there's nothing else for you to do. So you're constantly covering bases, backing up bases. Every time there's some kind of a drill, they have you out there doing that.
Rose chased that one 1 and 2.
You know, they're doing cutoffs and relays with the fielders. Well, let's put the pitchers out there and make them run behind the base and back up every time. They'll get some exercise, and that'll be a way to keep them busy for a while. But really, it's a good point that you make. You do it so often, it's going to be second nature.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Adam LaRoche. Go ahead run at second base in the speedy Nate McLeod. 2 and 2. Norvik Torrealba. Good block of the baseball there. Otherwise, McLeod is at third. Still nobody out. Bottom of the 7th. Bucks have pushed 3 runs across so far to tie it. Adam LaRoche, a 2 ball, 2 strike count. Here's Embry's pitch. Robinson Diaz waiting for his turn. He's 0 for 3 today.
Gorzelani, by the way, sat down. Evan Meek is up now throwing.
Well, Gorzelani threw about an inning out there himself. 2-2. And this one to center field, fairly deep. Drifting toward left center. That ball's going to be dropped by Spilborghs. Tony Beasley waving McLeod home. Tulowitzki the throw, the slide. No, he walks across. Safe. Pirates lead. 5-4 Pittsburgh.
This is pretty amazing. It's Spilborg making Hall of Fame catches 2 nights ago and just clanks one. Had a long run into the notch, but he got there. Was there to make the catch and just clanked it.
He was right there.
McLeod going back to tag up, trying to move into third base since there was nobody out. But then McLeod's excellent speed, he was able to score fairly easily on that.
So Robinson Diaz telling him to get down, and he didn't pay any attention.
He said no thank you.
Came right across. Our Columbia Gas 811 call to the pen has been made. Alan Embry is out. We'll tell you about outfielder has had a ball go off the glove this inning. Merton in left, Hopp in right, and then Spilborgh's dropping the fly ball. LaRoche does not get an RBI on the play. It's an error on Spilborgh's. 2 errors now on Colorado. Still nobody out. Pirates have taken a 5-4 lead. Robinson Diaz bunts this one, and a very good bunt. Ian Stewart no throw, and a base hit for Diaz.
Well, that was Stewart thinking. As soon as that ball's on the ground, you got to come get it. That's why you bunt it firm at the third baseman, because if the pitcher can't get the ball, you've done your job. Stewart had to see that and just come get the ball. Just a lot of not physical errors, mental errors going on here for the Rockies in this ball game at this point.
Brandon Moss has a chance to open it up. Nobody out still. 2 on. Clint Hurdle.
That bunt goes down on the ground, and it's not back at the pitcher. It's your ball. You go get it, get it out.
Clint Hurdle did not have his contract renewed before the season. His last contract 3 years ago was given to him on opening day. Got a 2-year extension. And
he's been there a long time, considering his before he was a manager, he was a hitting coach for quite a few years.
Yes. Jim Tracy, bench coach, former Bucs skipper. 1 ball, no strikes to Brandon Moss. 2-0. Manny Corpus pitched last night. Pitched the 8th inning. Gave up a hit. That was all. Jack Wilson got to him. Moss in the driver's seat, 3-0. One of those the take sign?
He probably didn't need take signs, would be my guess.
I think you'd know what to do here. And he takes it, and it's ball 4, and the bases are full of buckos for Andy LaRoche. Ryan Spilborghs won the game for the Rockies on Friday night with his defense. Watch this play on Jack Wilson. Brought it right back into the ballpark. And this was off Adam LaRoche. The ball curling away. Saved 2 runs on that play. And today gets into the north side notch. And maybe that's the outfield version of the Bermuda Triangle.
Flanked off the glove. McLeod crosses the plate. Base is loaded. Nobody out. Still plenty of time to do lots of damage.
Andy LaRoche, who has a single, is 1 for 3. Infield playing in for Colorado.
Collect 2 or 3 insurance runs now that we have the lead.
They're halfway on the left side, in on the right side, and LaRoche hits this one down the left field line. That one's off the wall. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. A 2-run double for Andy LaRoche. It's 7-4 Pirates.
Now maybe I'm greedy, but don't stop now. You still have nobody out. Second, third, get these 2 home now. Let's just win this one going away. The Rockies still have 6 outs left. Don't get comfortable with your inning. Just keep pounding away at it.
9th man to hit will be Jack Wilson. That ball hit 324 feet. Andy LaRoche gets his 2nd hit. And his 4th run batted in the last 2 nights. Jack Wilson will have strike 1 on him. But
hey, man, we were talking before the inning started, which was about 2 days ago now.
Yeah.
How important it was for Duke to get through his that last inning, give himself an opportunity to still be the pitcher of record. Who knows? Might have a big inning.
Wilson, a line drive to center field, and that one is trapped. And tagging from third and scoring is Brandon Moss. Base hit for Jack Wilson. Good sell job by Ryan Spilborghs, but
not good enough.
He trapped it.
Didn't sell it to the Pirates.
8-4 now.
But Zach Duke, he's getting all these runs. He's got a 4-run lead now. Oh yeah, easy trap.
Now he's got to try it as a fielder. You got to try to sell it.
Heck yeah.
Have to. And here is Eric Hinsky, who started the inning as a pinch hitter. And he swings and drives this one down the left field line, foul.
Started this all off with that leadoff walk.
Now, how often, Bob, have you seen a pinch hitter get 2 at bats in the same inning?
I mean, I've seen it happen. It
doesn't happen a lot.
Not very often.
About as often as an umpire throwing a bat under a pitcher's ankle?
Or as often as having a 7-run inning. Yeah. They don't come around very often. But of all of those, the bat, that beats everything.
And still nobody out. Hinsky went around, strike 2.
Hinsky did not like that ball. Taking a little bit of a walk.
7-run inning. He's wearing the jersey. And that pitch outside 1-2.
Parrott coming up was very good luck this afternoon.
I think also it could have been all the food. This is the most food we've had delivered to the booth. We had root beer floats sent up here. We've had barbecue sandwiches from Annie Sanguian. 1-2. Hinske rolls it to right field. That's a base hit. Another run will come in. And Jack Wilson speeding first to third. It is 9-4. An RBI for Eric Hinske.
Oh, Jack really made a nice turn going around second base. I like little things like that. In the middle of a big inning, and I guess this really doesn't mean a whole lot, but Jack really carved the corner at second, gave himself a nice straight line shot in the third. There he jumps over the base hit. That bat out of the way. What we saw Moss. He slid into the bat.
Yeah.
Earlier, the bat did not get moved.
Eight-run inning. Pirates haven't had one of these this season. Moss and LaRoche discussing. Delwyn Young for the second time. He singled and scored.
Keep it rolling.
And still nobody out. Just an absolute collapse by the Rockies bullpen in the seventh. Seen Matt Daly. He failed to record an out before he was hurt. Then Alan Embry failed to record an out. And Manny Corpus so far has failed to record an out. Jason Grilli loosening up. He got a bit grilled last night before being lifted early by Clint Hurdle. 9-4 Pirates. They trailed 4-1. Had a 1-0 lead on Nate McLeod's solo home run in the third inning. And this ball is hit well to right field by Delwyn Young. Brad Hopp on the track. And he's not going to get it. Jack Wilson's going to come in and score. Hinske rounds second, heads for third. The throw is in time to get Hinske, who got a late jump off of first base, waiting to see if that ball was going to be caught or not. But a run does score. It is 10-4, and Young in scoring position at second.
9 runs now. And I'm sorry, but the Rocky outfield just can't catch anything, can they? This is, maybe not a total routine catch, but I mean, you got to catch this ball. Hinske got caught tagging up, and that's why he couldn't get to third base.
I think that Hopp thought he was closer to the wall than he was. And John Russell comes out and wants a word with Angel Hernandez. He thinks that Eric Hinske was safe. Let's take a look. He's got a point. What did you think?
Getting close. I'll have to see that one again. I wonder if couldn't really tell. Did Hinske pop up a little too soon? Did he get to the base?
Well, John is not satisfied with the explanation, but he's got to go back to the dugout.
This view right here, we'll get to see where his foot is when he pops up. Oh no, he's on the base. The toe is on the bag.
Hit was scored, a single for Delwyn Young. Went to second on the throw. Drives in Jack Wilson. 9-4-5. The put out is Barnes, the second baseman, was the relay man on the play. And here is Freddie Sanchez lifting one to shallow right. And Hopp's going to catch that one. They've had more non-catches than catches in the outfield this inning. Just the facts.
If we were in Colorado, that one would have got a huge ovation.
2 down for Nate McLeod. McLeod had a couple of runs batted in on his first at bat of the seventh. He has 3 runs batted in the game. 10 runs on 13 hits, 9 runs in the seventh. Manny Corpus. 1 ball, no strikes on Nate McLouth. One-0 pitch. 2-0. Well, if it was a 1-0 game, you might have seen a more heated argument than that call at third. On a 6-run lead, having a 9-run inning. I think John Russell made his point, though. 2-1.
Yeah, with the situation being what it is, I was kind of surprised that he went out there.
Well, honestly, you're never going to see, or hardly ever going to see, a call get overturned. Something like that, you're not. But the manager wants to make his point. He's got the right to do it. And McLouth, this one tailing away to left center field. Long run for Spilborghs. That one's down. Here comes Delwyn Young in to score. Nate McLouth took a turn, thought about 3, thought better of it, and he'll take a double.
He was late getting doubles this year, so now he's wanting to make sure he's stacking those up.
Well, if he gets another at bat, he just needs the triple for the cycle. He's got a base hit, a home run, and a double now.
Yeah, we can call off the dogs now. I'm satisfied. I was wanting to pour it on there and just cruise in. I think I was mentioning about the 6 outs that they still had left. Doesn't matter now.
Manny Corpus is all done. Our Columbia Gas 811 call to the pen has been made. Run in the 3rd inning. Second one in as many games. Drives in a couple of runs there with a single. And now a double, driving in another run. 4 runs batted in for Nate McLouth. Plus, back in the 1st inning, made an outstanding catch, taking extra bases away from Clint Barmas. A 10-run 7th for the Pirates. They lead it 11-4. And right-hander Jason Grilli is in to face Adam LaRoche. Is in there for a strike. Well, there's a Rockies fan that
she's smiling, but I'm not sure what she's so happy about.
The scorebook's all messed up. Nothing at 1. That's inside. How about Manny Corpus? 2/3 of an inning, 6 hits, 6 runs so far. He's still responsible for McLouth. Matt Daly responsible for 3 runs without getting it out. Embry's the guy on the hook right now because he allowed McLouth to score the go-ahead run. One and 2. 17th appearance for Grilly.
If you're Zach Duke, you got to start believing that this might be my year to have a big win total.
His timing was good today.
Well, you get pinch hit for down 3 runs and come away with a 7-run lead. Come on, that's some good luck right there, baby.
What an inning! What an inning! What an inning! Fans on their feet.
Barrel Automotive, Barrel.com. Definitely worth the click. And by Aflac. Aflac, we've got you under our wing.
Well, it's daytime, but the Pirates provided some fireworks in the bottom of the 7th inning. 11-4 the score. A 10-run inning. First time they've had a 10-run inning since the 20th of August of 2003 at St. Louis, when they put a 10 spot on the Redbirds in the 5th inning of that game.
Eight earned runs got tagged on that bullpen.
They all count.
Rocky ERA took a nice little hit there.
Skyrocketed.
When they were, I guess it made me not laugh, but kind of smile a little bit when they were up here in the press box, the PA giving the different numbers.
Armas pops this one up. Adam LaRoche will give it a look, and LaRoche will not be able to get it.
And of course, pre-Humidor and Coors Field, the Rockies giving up a lot of runs.
They had a lot of softball scores.
Yeah,
there.
and so they were telling when the last time we had a 10-run inning, and then they said, and the Rockies last time they gave up 10 runs was
Wednesday.
Well, just last year, like last September or something like that. It's
well, they had one.
The poor Rockies.
I'll tell you when that was. That was the last homestand. They had a game against Houston, where both of them were in double figures, I believe.
No, I was saying 10 runs in one inning.
Oh, in one inning.
In one inning, yeah. It happened, I think, last September or something. Game against the Dodgers, I heard them talking about.
Yeah, they lost the game at home 15-11 to Houston last week. Farmas goes down, one down. Evan Meek getting the job done. Look at the movement on that ball.
He's got an excellent breaking pitch. I think that Meek and Chavez both, by the end of this season, they'll become very, very good bullpen pitchers.
Watch out, Tulowitzki. Pitch inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Tulowitzki hitting in the 3rd spot, 0 for 3.
Going to come down to the control with both of those guys. If they have it, they're going to do great work.
There's another strike. Evan Meek also in the offseason pitched in the Mexican Winter League. Went 1-1. Was a closer there. Had 13 saves for Mazatlan. And another strike. 1-2. What does that do for your arm as a pitcher when you pitch year round?
I only did it one time. And I missed about 3 months of the big league season with a sore elbow.
1-2. Wilson giving it a look, but that's going to fall in.
I'm not a big fan of that. I think you really have to give it a. Your arm loves that wintertime rest.
It's probably not all that likes the wintertime rest. Of course, you played in an era where you got off the couch maybe once or twice a week, huh?
Yeah, to be honest with you, that there was a lot less of the. You went to Florida to get in shape for the season. You didn't spend December and January getting in shape for spring training. That just didn't happen. That's not the case nowadays.
Brad Hopp with a runner aboard and 1 out. Well, we told you that August 20th of 03 against St. Louis, last 10-run inning for the Pirates. Club record is 12 runs in 1 inning. And since 1900, well, this one's down to second base. Sanchez will try to get the lead runner. That's all they'll get. But since 1900, the club record is 11 in 1 inning. It's done twice, most recently May 4th, 1992, against Cincinnati at Three Rivers Stadium. So they came close to setting, or at least tying, a club record.
I don't know what the most runs in 1 inning for a losing team was. Because I know that one time we scored 10 in an inning and lost the game. It's got to be pretty unusual.
You think so?
That was the game where Jim Rooker said, if they lose this game, I'll walk home. And
you pitched in that game.
Ended up having to. Well, I was going to throw that part in. I was going to leave that out.
Well, I just thought it was very ironic that a guy named Walk was pitching, and Rooker said he'd have to walk home.
And he did.
Has he forgiven you yet?
Oh, yeah.
One ball, 1 strike. And that one is in there. This also happens to be the anniversary of a pretty high scoring game. Phillies beat the Cubs 23-22. They had 50 hits combined, 11 home runs in the game. This one gets away from Diaz, and down to second goes Hopp.
Cubs just couldn't stop the running game.
1979. Couldn't stop the hitting game either. Yeah. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Matt Merton. Evan Meek is trying to get Merton out, and the Pirates to the plate in the bottom of the 8th inning. Here comes the 2-2 pitch from Evan Meek. 3-2.
You know, with Yates on the shelf for a while, Meek and Chavez, they're one of those 2 guys rolls is going to move up
to center field. Nate McLouth looks up into the nice blue sky in downtown. He'll offer up a souvenir. Evan Meek does a nice job. 11-4 Buccos. Capitol when the Buccos and Nats begin a 4-game series. Ross Ohlendorf right there. Take his 4-3 record to the mound against 2007 first-round pick Ross Detweiler, who will make his first major league start. Greg Brown and Bob Walk will bring you the TV call. Our coverage begins at 6:30 here on FSN, bringing the game to you. Robinson Diaz, a deep drive to left field, and Matt Merton in front of the track puts it away. Ross Ohlendorf out of Princeton. Princeton Tigers, smart enough to figure a way to get a lot of guys out. We look in our Firestone Fox box, and fewest walks per 9 innings. Pinheiro of St. Louis, Heron of Arizona, Johnson of Florida, Lilly of Chicago, and there is Ross, number 5, 1.9 walks per 9 innings.
All guys that are having a pretty good year. It didn't take an Ivy Leaguer to figure that out, that don't walk people. And you have success.
Brandon Moss 1 for 2 today. He's walked twice, singled in the 6th, walked and scored in the 10-run 7th inning. And Moss right back through the middle. It's going to be into center field. Keystone Cops. I don't want it, you take it.
Oh,
that must have touched 3 different Rockies players before it went into the center field grass.
Looking at it, where to go? Where to go? You got it. Where to go?
Grilly hits him. Barmes.
Look around for it.
Tulowitzki says, "Are you kidding?"
This looks like my dog's chasing chipmunks in the backyard.
So that's what that looks like.
Oh my!
You got to write that one down.
This is what you call a laugher right here. This is a good one.
Here's Andy LaRoche. Now, we've talked about a lot of wildlife today.
Yes, we have. And the quail, sometimes it's called a squirrel. We had the bird up here with his fishing lure. What else we got? Dog is chasing chipmunks.
One pitch. There's a strike. Andy LaRoche, another 2-hit game. 2 for 4 last night. He was 3 out of 7 in the series coming into today's activities. Now 2 for 4.
I saw him, Don Long, in between innings. He was over there standing next to him looking at the scouting report on Grilly. I mean, it's 11-4 last inning, but there's no backing off, not taking anything for granted. Every at bat is precious. Andy was right there looking at the book.
As a professional, you can't give away at bats.
No, not at all.
You don't get them back in September. Whoa! And that got him.
They're going to call it a swing, though.
Well, home plate umpire Bill Welke was sending him down to first base, or was he pointing to his brother Tim, the crew chief, and getting the appeal?
He was asking if it was a swing.
Okay. That's what he did. He pointed down to first base, so it will be a swing, and Andy strikes out.
That's not good when you strike out and get hit in the shoulder.
Andy's been hit more than any other Pirate. He's been hit 4 times.
Seen a lot of things this afternoon we don't see happen often on a baseball field. That's another one. You take a fastball on the shoulder and get called out on strikes.
It's one of those things where this is a game where you can watch it over and over again, hundreds, perhaps thousands of times, and see things that you just never see.
Andy obviously was looking breaking ball on that pitch. Got the fastball.
And we saw an umpire throw a bat that the opposing pitcher stepped on, turned an ankle, had to come out of the game. We saw a pinch hitter hit twice in an inning. There's a ground ball down to Tulowitzki at short. He'll go to Barmes the short way and get the out there. So we'll head to the 9th inning. The Pirates with an 11-4 lead and looking to close out this series, looking for 2 of 3. Kids having a great day on a kid day, and they are waiting to run the bases when this thing is over. Pirates ran the bases a lot in the 7th inning.
Bases getting wore out today.
10 spot in the 7th. And Evan Meek with the mop in the bucket. He's got to finish things up today. He'll face Garrett Atkins, Torrealba, and Stewart. Look at that, huh?
Yeah, best seat in the house, huh? Up on Dad's shoulder. Got the glove just in case. That's always a good idea.
Atkins is 1 for 3, and Evan Meek trying to get him out here. Pitches inside for a ball. Now, the kids have a blast here on Sundays. They've got the Giant Eagle Fun Zone out on Federal Street. Block off Federal Street. Come out there and do all kinds of things, activities, jump around in the bounce house and whatever.
Always a good giveaway for the kids. The Oliver Onion doll this afternoon. And then after the game, go out and get dirty. Run them bases.
1-1. 2-1. Well, Pirates heading out for a long road trip. 10 games. 4 in Washington. 3 against the Chicago White Sox. 3 against the Chicago Cubs. Before returning home to take on the Houston Astros. And Atkins swings, drives this one into left center field. It's up in the air. Jack Wilson way back there to get it. Let's take a look at the road ahead, see what our telecast schedule will look like tomorrow. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You don't even need to write it down. All week long, 7 o'clock. Coverage starts at 6:30 right here on FSN Pittsburgh. That's an easy schedule to remember. And for us, too, that means the bus leaves the hotel same time every day.
I think I just saw a fish jump out there. You see that?
I was looking the other way.
Oh.
Saw a rise on the river, huh?
Yep. Got some time before the bus leaves this afternoon. I might go down and see if there's anything biting.
1 ball, 1 strike to Yorvit Torrealba. That one is high. 2 balls, 1 strike.
We need to keep us a couple fishing poles here in the booth. Oh, yeah, I see. Those are ducks.
I'm very happy you can tell the difference between a duck and a fish, Bob.
They're water creatures. I don't know.
The easy way to tell is one has webbed feet, one doesn't.
Oh, those are geese. See?
Yes, those are geese. Canadian geese. Just out for a little sail today.
Yeah. It's really start warming up here as we get into June. More and more boats out on the river.
The 2-2. Torrealba cues this one foul.
It's a great sight out there when it's really a warm weekend. There are boats all over the place.
Free meal for the geese. And he doesn't get a free meal. He's out there waiting to raise the flag. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, he's going to put the Jolly Roger to the top of the pole this afternoon. Just need 2 more outs.
And this one is a hot shot to left center field. Brandon Moss gloves. And Yorvit Torrealba has a 1-out single. He has 2 hits today. Last hit coming in the 7th. So Ian Stewart will have a chance. Seth Smith will bat in the 9th spot. He's out on deck. But Yorvit Torrealba, veteran catcher. Stewart today has a hit in 3 at-bats. Struck out in the 3rd, lined out sharply to center field in the 4th, and then singled his last time up, takes a strike. Stewart is one of those guys who, when he connects, he's got good power to the opposite gap. One and one.
4-2 on the homestand. That sets pretty nicely. Had a rough road trip just what the doctor ordered.
2 of 3 against the Cardinals. That was impressive.
Yeah,
Cardinals.
They were a first place team when
well, now they're in 3rd.
Yeah, we got them going down the wrong road.
Again, I mentioned earlier they're getting Chris Carpenter back, who really had a great start to the year. And he'll be back sooner than expected from the DL. They expect him to start Wednesday.
Going down to defeat, it looks like this afternoon, to the Brewers. That score their game 7-2 and just in the 7th inning.
The Brewers have been on fire.
Yep.
They've won 10 of their last 12 games, and really we saw them up close and personal at Miller Park when they swept the Pirates and then came here and took 2.
Well, they can score runs, we know that.
They can mash the baseball.
Yes, they can.
2-2 pitch. Gets away from Diaz, but the runner doesn't move up. Count full 3-2. And a lot of people were concerned about the Brewers because they lose CC Sabathia and Ben Sheets. You lose, arguably the top 2/5 of your starting rotation.
Sabathia, I think, was a big plus. Sheets, for me, he wasn't somebody that they could ever really depend on because he always had so many health problems. And, when he was healthy, boy, he was great. He's one of the better pitchers in the league. But
strike 3 called.
Whatever the Brewers seemed like they got out of Sheets was always a bonus. It wasn't like they could write it in. Or Sabathia, talk about a horse. Every 5 days, give him the ball and let him go.
Well, if you look at Sabathia, that's a horse you got to feed a lot, too.
Yeah, you're a big man.
Seth Smith. He struck out to end the 2007 World Series against Jonathan Papelbon of Boston. And what's interesting is in the ballpark today, the men who struck out to end the last 2 World Series are here. Eric Hinsky struck out against Brad Lidge last year while a member of the Tampa Bay Rays. 0-1 pitch. And this is to the second baseman, Sanchez. He'll take care of it, and the Pirates win it.
Nice job, Evans.
Well, Colorado, thanks for coming. The bus is running. Fireworks going here, and certainly the Pirates, who came off a dismal road trip, have made that a